Welcome to teresarich.com, and I'm here today to say let's master 2021. And with that, I'm going to go through and present to you what we presented on our live webinar to a bunch of really renowned therapists. So with that, I'll start off with the 5 steps that actually have helped me, and hopefully they'll help you in mastering what 2021 is hopefully going to prove to be a good year for you. And I put about this video because I had difficulty myself in all the world news, and everything that was going on around me was starting to affect me. So what I did was I put together 5 steps that really helped me transition through my business, especially during a Christmas period. And it also helped me work out what 5 steps I really needed to do, which was get really clear on what my outcomes were during that Christmas period, ready for 2021. So they're very simple 5 steps, like I said, to regaining control of your 2021, despite what you're going through. Now, I really do appreciate the fact that not everybody is in the same situation as each other. Some people have lots of children, and the children are off now, and they're having to learn, they're having to teach them, being at home, homeschooling. Some people have got elderly parents. There's lots and lots of things going on in the world, but the basic 5 steps should be able to be applied to everybody. So the first one I'm going to bring you on to is letting go. Now, letting go is the first step. Then the second step we're going to discuss in this live PowerPoint is the boundaries that we need to set in order to make 2021 the year we want it to be, and also expecting more of ourselves. That's the third one. The fourth one is creating a sense of urgency, and I'll be talking about all of this in a lot more detail for you. And then number 5 is just do it. All right, and when you get to the very end, I'm going to give you a gift of my 2021 planner that I designed especially for you, so you can download it completely free and use it to plan out your 2020. Okay, so here we go with step 1, the letting go process, which for me, I think can be most probably one of the hardest things to actually do. And you're saying letting go, what does letting go mean? Well, think about all the different things that you can currently let go of at the moment. With so much news actually overwhelming us, and some people are getting anxiety, they're getting mental health issues and all those sorts of things. All I wanted to do was bring to you a bit of hope that you can get through this, but it's very difficult to get through it when you've got people around you that are sucking the energy and the life force out of you. What you've got to be able to do is you need to be able to let go of these things that are actually sucking your life energy. So that could be as simple as, very simple, it can be, maybe you've got to let go of listening to the news. That's simple. Just turn off the news, listen to what you need to tell you about what the rules and regulations are, and then just turn off all the drama, because it's the drama that depletes our natural energy. And that can actually make us feel quite ill in ourselves. And then what happens is our self-worth depreciates, and we don't think good in ourselves, and so on. So it's very important to let go of people, places, environments that no longer make us feel, nothing can really make you feel anything, but anything that depletes your natural life source energy, why allow it to come into your brain and be rent-free? You see, my friends, you can pick and choose what you want to listen to, who you want to surround yourself with, and that even includes family. You can have structures in place where you choose not to engage in all the drama that is actually happening around you. And what actually happens is when you no longer choose to be in those sorts of environments, then you start to feel quite good in your, not quite, but you start to feel really good when the rest of the world is plagued with drama and some people with illnesses going on. You see, we have to be very, very strong at this current moment. And the only way we can get strong is by having high self-worth and not getting hooked in to all the negativity that is actually surrounding ourselves. Because it's a bit like a switch. You turn on that switch of negativity and your head goes into this whirlwind, and it actually then your thoughts then affect your body. And while we're in this adrenaline rush that it gives us, because that's what it definitely does, our self-worth drops, and it can also affect our immune system. Our immune system works really well under the parasympathetic nervous system. But if the sympathetic nervous system is always on high alert, high adrenaline, then in order to cope with the sympathetic nervous system, what the body does is the immune system actually shuts down. I don't know whether you knew that, but the immune system shuts down or lessens, and then you're more prone to viruses and bacteria. So it's very, very important to let go of things, people, places, environment, news, whatever it is that depletes your energy, so you can actually have a high self-worth and your body can feel absolutely amazing. So to start 2021, I cannot recommend enough setting in place things that you need to let go of. And it may be as simple as actually decluttering or moving, or I don't know, you will know it for yourself, but I can promise you these three things will start to happen. Your self-worth will increase and you will no longer need people to, you'll no longer need people around you that deplete your energy and that are full of negativity. And this will feel uncomfortable. Eventually it'll feel fantastic. But you see, when a person is addicted, and most of humanity is addicted to what's happening, like I said, drama and everything, and rightfully in some areas, quite so. You need to be aware of what's happening. But there will be a point when you let go of all the drama that there is just you. And there may be that void that because you're then not entertaining the drama around you, and you may feel empty because you've let go of people, places, environments and everything. And you may at some point feel actually quite alone in it. But I can promise you there are plenty other people on this journey, so you are not alone. So if you find yourself in that space where you feel just for a period of time empty, or you feel a void, be aware that this is an uncomfortable feeling, and it will feel uncomfortable to start with, but when you go and transition through, then you'll come through and other people, like-minded people, will start to enter your circle, and you will attract people that are on the same level as you. Okay, with positivity, inspiring, high self-worth, etc. Okay, so bear with the uncomfortable feelings. And what's happening now is number 3, the third priority, is really, really important as we start to learn to take even more self-responsibility for what's currently going on with us. And I don't mean just mentally, I also mean all the other areas around ourselves. I think we're in a time, and you may disagree with me, but I do believe we're in a time now where we're having to take more and more self-responsibility, financial, food-wise, diet-wise. We need to have our immune system really pumped up and be eating so healthily. We need to take control of our finances so we're not relying on government entities, etc., to bail us out. There's so many different things, and we need to protect our mind and our heart. And when we come from a place of our heart, then that self-responsibility says, actually, I want to look after me. I have to look after me. Because really, who is going to look after you if you get ill? Who is really, really going to look after you? So I really, truly believe that when we enhance our self-responsibility, no longer do we look for other people to bail us out. So we can look to ourselves for the type of food we eat, and we can choose healthy food rather than unhealthy food, and we can let that go, because when we start getting healthier food-wise, we start to feel magnificent. And when we start to feel magnificent, we have more energy, more vitality, our self-worth increases, and we can do jobs better, and we can also do things to full potential rather than being ill. So energy is a huge thing, but with energy comes letting go of things that no longer serve us with our mind, with food. Obviously we need to drink lots of water, but we may be letting go of unhealthy water and going for things that are more healthy. Okay, and they're the things that and people and places and environments that no longer have that vibration that we need in order to elevate ourselves. So this is really important. That's step 1, is letting go. Letting go, so we can be of service to other people. But when we come from that place of real service, we're coming from a high self-worth, we're coming from self-responsibility and from love, because we want to serve people, being ourselves of a healthy creation. So number 2, we're going to go into number 2, and for number 2, this is all talking about boundaries. And boundaries are things that we set in place where we say enough is enough. And I've put 3 priorities down here for boundaries. The first one is time. Okay, everybody has the same amount of time in their life. It's just that some people choose to spend their time around the wrong people. They spend their time playing games on television. They may watch a lot of television. Okay, or they may listen to lots of news, lots of negativity from other people, the drama, etc. So you do need to put in place for step 2, when you want to achieve what you're wanting to achieve, you need to put in place boundaries. And that's boundaries around your time. Okay, so if someone's always late for an appointment, maybe you shouldn't be hanging around waiting for them no longer, because you can't get back time. Time is one of the most precious commodities in our life. So be really, really careful on who you choose to engage with, who you choose to allow to have your time. Okay, if you find yourself scrolling through social media, just quickly nip it in the bud and say, no, I've given myself 5 or 10 minutes. That's it. That's all the time I'm allowing myself every day, unless you're bringing something to someone or you can enhance someone's life through a post that you're making. Otherwise, scrolling is complete wasted time. So really look at the areas where you waste time so you can apply more good quality time in your life. And then people will learn to respect your time because you don't waste time around people unnecessarily. So that's what I wanted to say about time. You don't waste your time doing things that are not relevant. You don't waste your time engaging in things that are a waste of time. So you value who you are, you value the person you are, and you value you. You value you. And this is what boundaries and the first priority is: really get strict on the time, where you spend your time and how much time you allocate to different areas of your life. You see, because as you change, your frequency will change, and all I can do is just plant the seeds. I cannot do it for you. I cannot do it for you. I'm just planting the seeds. I would suggest you write all these notes down and then apply them to Mastering 2021. Now, the next one we have is priority 2, is value your time around people. This is a big thing. So value your time around the people that elevate you. Spend more time around the people that don't complain all the time, that don't whinge all the time, that don't create drama. Spend your time around people that are solution focused, and get around these people and allow these people and their energy to lift you to places you could not even imagine. And surround yourself with people that can see full potential in you, my friend, because you are worth it. I'll say this again. You are worth it. Now try saying that to yourself, but you won't say you are worth it. You'll say, I am worth it. You see, when you spend your time around the right kind of people, they'll believe in you. They won't suck all your energy from you, and they will enhance the energy, and your frequency will elevate outwards, and then coming from a place of wholeness, then you can help more people. So priority number 3 is your environment. This is a very, very important one. So before you get on to living your new life in 2021 and putting it together, you need to get rid of as much rubbish. I mean, decluttering, make the environment really good. Whatever that is for you, get a plant, get some flowers. I make a habit every single week, and this started at the beginning of the lockdown. Every single week I will buy myself a bunch of flowers because I believe I'm worth it, and I want to look at those flowers and they exude something into the environment that makes me feel really good. So I look at those flowers on a daily basis, and it just brings a smile to myself, especially when they're blossoming. So for me, that's my environment. But for you, it may be painting some walls. It may be decluttering some boxes of clothes. Whatever it is for you, okay, for your environment, it can totally change the way you feel. Totally. So once you've got all of this clutter out of your world, can you imagine? You've got the people out of your world, you've got the correct environment that you're happy in. The other thing is, with environments, you can choose where you want to go. You can choose where you want to exercise outside. You can choose where you want to walk. You can choose and go to places where there's the highest vibration, because when there's the highest vibration, then that exudes into you. It sort of like feeds you like food. It is like food. And I think for me, nature has got to be one of the best types of food available. So environments like, walking through forests or through through trees or going down the beach in the countryside. Isn't it amazing? No matter what the weather is, and then listening to the birds, it's just beautiful. So for me, that type of environment should really be done on a daily basis. Search out those environments, or look at people's gardens and the things they're growing. Look at a tree. Those kinds of environments really fill you up. Now we're going to go on to, so you've set your boundaries around how much time you spend around people, how much time you spend watching things on television, how much time or where you choose to put your environment, how you choose to make your environment. So now what we do is step 3. This is really interesting stuff, because what you've got here is you've got the wheel of life. And you can see here that, especially with the beginning of 2021, you can see it's broken down into categories. What we've actually got is we've got career, money, health, family and friends, personal development, leisure, other relationships, and physical environment. And you can decide, you can make it up yourself into compartments that make your life whole. Now, normally it's never 10 out of 10 for the whole thing. Normally it's never. We're always forever evolving. And this is where I'm saying expect more from yourself. So look at all these compartments, career, money, etc. And just write down in each portion of this pie, out of 10, okay, out of 10, 10 being the highest, okay, out of 10, what would you say your life is like? So if I said career, would you say it's a 10 out of 10 career? Would you say money is 10 out of 10 situation? Or health? Many a time you'll find people, generally, some people can be so obsessed with health, like they do running, long runs and so on, and they're 10 out of 10 there on juicing and everything, yet as far as earning any money, then they're most probably a 3 out of 10. You see, and by filling in this, you'll get to see where the balance has gone astray. And then all you do, it's so simple, then all you do is you write down the tasks that you need to do under each section. Okay, under each of these sections, you write down all the tasks that you need to do to make it a 10. So let's say family and friends, okay? You might decide that actually you're going to let go of a number of people. So really, you're expecting more from yourself. You've got about 5 out of 10 you've put down for family and friends. So your first task could be make new friends. Second task could be to let go of friends, okay, and so on. All right, so you write down all your tasks under each heading. All right, and sometimes I think it's really, really good just to get peaceful, get quiet, focus on your breath, and then just give yourself that space first. And then when the creativity comes through, then you're ready to write. You do need to have a very quiet environment before you fill this in. You don't want to be rushed, because remember, energy goes where attention goes. So you can use this to fill out for your 2021 guide for what you want to increase into your life. Like I said, it's very rare that someone's got 10 out of 10 for all of these. Now, that's expecting more from yourself, you see, because if someone's all about career, their health may be depleted. And when you fill out all these sections, you can plan out your year or your quarter or your month or your day or your week. And in doing that, what you can then do is you can really work on the time that you allocate for health, the time that you allocate for your career, personal development, etc. And that's where you're expecting more of yourself, because you're moving into areas that you're uncomfortable with. and comfortable with doing. So you're expecting more from yourself. Like at the moment, it's really cold outside, but every day I have sworn to myself that I will get up no matter what the weather. I will get on my bike and I will cycle for an hour or do some sort of keep fit for an hour. And that's what I am expecting more from myself every single day. At the moment we're in the winter, it's January, it's the beginning of January, and by expecting more from yourself, you elevate yourself. Okay, so you can choose a new leisure, a new pastime, a new hobby, something totally different. You could learn the piano. There are so many different things that you could do. So even though you may be scared about doing it, expect more from yourself to show up, to do it, and just get on with it. Okay, I hope that's making sense to all of you. Please comment below if it really is. It's very basic stuff, but basic stuff can sometimes go unheard of. So step 4, create a sense of urgency. And the reason why I have said create a sense of urgency is because a lot of people think that when you do something over a longer period of time, then you achieve it just as well. But I'm not sure about that, because when someone has a sense of urgency to complete something, it's like with my students, they have to complete their case studies by the exam date. So they know that. So that gives them a sense of urgency. It's only for a short period, but it gives them a sense of urgency. And most of the time, most students will make that happen in order to get their certification in either reflexology, massage, Indian head massage, or whichever. So that sense of urgency, when you've got an end date, it makes you do it. Yeah, and you then set aside set aside micro tasks on a daily basis to achieve that end goal. It's so important to create that sense of urgency in the same way. Not always to be living off sympathetic nervous system overdrive, but for a short period, your body is very capable of doing something with a sense of urgency, not for a long period, but for a short period. And then you're so absorbed, and you'll always be amazed at how you are able to create that sense of urgency and how much you're able to get done when you do it. Okay, so I hope that sort of like makes sense for your step 4. We've had many people on our courses. You know, some people have even, because of that urgency, because of that exam day, they've got things done even before the exam day. So, you know, I've seen people try to do things under pressure. You know, they're healthy, they eat the right foods, but do it with a sense of urgency. And the whole team has been elevated, and the energy and the vibrancy of a whole group of people where they're sparring off one another is unbelievable. So you can do it. You can do it by being part of a team of people. You can do it by yourself, but it's much more fun doing it with others. So do create a sense of urgency, or be around people that want to get it done. Because when one person wants to get it done, the next person wants to get it done, and you're sparring off each other. So it's like running a marathon. You know, you run a marathon, you're with a group of people, and you're all aiming to get to that marathon date and be trained up by a specific date. So that's what we mean by a sense of urgency. So do plan block time in your diary, okay, for the micro tasks that you're going to do on a daily basis to get to the end result. And you can do this in all categories of here. So you can have block time for all of this, and you can create a sense of urgency in one area, maybe. Don't have to do it in all areas. I think that might be a bit too much, but do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Right, so now the final one is step 5. And what happens is in step 5, a lot of people procrastinate. Does it matter? Does it really matter if you've made a mistake and that mistake is not the correct direction? Every direction you go in is the correct direction. And you, my friend, are worth it. You are worth it. So believe in yourself, believe you are worth it. And so what if you make a mistake? Does it really matter? No. So how do you just do it? Now, the way we do it, and we train people to just get on and do it, is you sort of like, before you're about to do something, you like just picture, close your eyes before each block activity. So what you do is you close your eyes and you see the outcome. You set the intention for the activity that you want to do. So you close your eyes from everything else and you picture the outcome you want to achieve. And by seeing it in our mind, that then helps us get on and do it. So we visualize it before. Okay, so before you're about to do it, rather than just going straight into the task on react, we're stepping away just for a second or so. You can do a few deep breaths if that helps you. We set the intention and we do it in a very calm, relaxed way. We set the intention, we visualize the outcome, okay, and then we just get on and do it. And at the end of that, we can actually say gratitude for what we've just done. And the idea of just getting on and doing it, it just takes away all the analysis paralysis, it takes away the procrastination, it takes away all the analysing and the talking and debating, and is this the right thing to do at the right time? I have so many people that have come on my courses over the years, you know, they're in their 50s, and they say to me, Teresa, I wish I had learnt reflexology sooner. And they put it off, you know, because people believe there's always a right time. There isn't. The only time you've got is this current time, and that's now. So just do it. That's it. Just get on and do it, and then you'll be flying. You'll be in the mode. You'll be in the vibration. And who's this going to benefit? It's going to benefit you, because so long as you are moving forward, you're giving yourself knowledge, you're moving forward in every aspect of your life. You're not then waiting for someone to bring you happiness. You're not waiting for the perfect day. Then you are taking, my friends, self-responsibility, which is what we talked about on the first webinar. Okay, so for that, I'm going to say to you, just do it. And I'm going to give you, all you've got to do to download your free planner. Yes, I've done a planner especially for you to give you momentum. And I'd like you to go over to teresarich.com and download this free 2021 planner. And every Tuesday at 5 o'clock, we are going to be going through how to stay on target to help you achieve your 2021 goals. My name is Teresa Rich from teresarich.com. I'd like to say a big thank you for joining me, and I wish you all the very best for 2021. Just do it.